how to speak, so people respect you. There is a way of speaking that carries the weight of mountains, a way of expressing yourself that makes men fall silent, not out of fear, but reverence. And it doesn't come from loud voices or clever words. It comes from inner discipline, from restraint, from a soul forged in silence. We begin with one simple truth. What you say is nothing compared to how you say it. Seneca once wrote, "Speech that's restrained carries more force." And he was right. The man who does not rush to speak, who lets silence breathe between his words, who speaks only when the words are heavier than the silence, he commands attention without ever demanding it. This is not charm. This is not performance. This is alignment between thought, feeling, and speech. And we cannot speak like that unless we've first learned to master ourselves. 1. Speak less, but mean more. Most people speak to relieve their anxiety. They fill the air to feel important. But the more you speak, the more you dilute your value. Like Epictetus said, "Nature gave us one tongue and two ears so we could listen twice as much as we speak." The wise man listens more, observes more, and when he does speak, his words feel earned. 2. Eliminate emotion, not humanity. There is a common mistake, thinking that speaking respectfully means speaking coldly. It doesn't, but your speech should never be ruled by emotion, not pride, not anger, not fear. When insulted, respond without heat. When praised, accept without attachment. When challenged, speak not to win, but to clarify, to illuminate truth. This is what Marcus Aurelius practiced in court, in the Senate, in war. A voice like a still river, calm, measured, but unmovable. 3. Choose precision over power. Your words are blades. Use them surgically. Say exactly what you mean, no more, no less. Avoid exaggeration, avoid gossip, avoid empty praise. In a world of noise, clarity is dominance. The man who speaks with care is the man whose words echo long after he's gone. 4. Align speech with character. What gives your words weight is not just your voice, it's your life. If you speak of discipline but live in indulgence, people feel that contradiction. But if your words are simply the expression of your inner order, then you never need to convince. You never need to prove. You only need to speak. Remember this: the one who speaks with respect for himself naturally earns respect from others, not because of some trick, but because real power does not scream, it radiates. 5. Let silence be your final word. There is a kind of power that comes from not responding. When someone mocks you, criticizes you, misunderstands you, the weak react, the strong observe, and the wise, they choose silence. Not as surrender, but as a declaration: your words do not control me. Musonius Rufus taught, it is not necessary to react to every provocation. In silence, we often win the battle that words would only prolong. When you hold your tongue, especially when it burns to be used, you master yourself, and that mastery is more commanding than any clever comeback. Silence is not the absence of response, it is the presence of dominion over yourself, over your ego, and ultimately over the moment itself. 6. Remove the need to be understood. There is immense freedom in releasing the burden of explaining yourself. To walk through the world without craving validation, this is the silent defiance of a soul that has found its anchor within. Epictetus reminds us, if someone speaks ill of you, do not defend yourself against the accusations, but reply, he obviously does not know the rest of my faults, or he would not have mentioned only these. When we let go of the compulsion to be liked or to correct every misconception, we reclaim energy once scattered by insecurity. We do not need to be understood to be at peace. We need only to understand ourselves, deeply and ruthlessly. That is our fortress, that is our edge, and that is how we silently rise, above noise, above gossip, above weakness. If this message struck something deep within you, you already know what to do next. Focus, building endure, and if you walk this path with me, subscribe, because this is only the beginning.